This story just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier every single day. If many of y'all don't know what I'm talking about the legendary Gene Hackman.
Tonight, chilling new details in the death of legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife of 34 years, Betsy Arakawa.
You know, all I can say is they have been deceased for quite a while.
Their bodies found Wednesday afternoon after a groundskeeper called 911 after arriving at their Santa Fe, New Mexico home and seeing them through a window.
The story just keeps getting weirder and weirder. When I saw the news, it came across as a headline Wednesday morning, maybe Wednesday afternoon, and I saw that he had passed away. He was 95 years old, so I thought, that's sad, that sucks. I do love his movies. He plays in some of the greatest movies. He's actually been in like over 80 feature films. But then as the day goes on, you start to learn more and more things that his wife Betsy was actually there in the house with him, and she was found deceased as well. Now, Betsy is a lot younger than him. She was 65. So there's a huge age difference there. And then they reported that they found the dog in the closet of the bathroom where she was found in a crate. And that's when the story just enamored me as far as what the hell is going on. Now, it was first reported that a maintenance worker had showed up at the house to do some work. The front door was open. They found the bodies of Hackman and Betsy deceased inside the home. They called 911, and that's where the story picks up from there. Now, when the story first broke, there was rumors of they possibly had carbon monoxide poisoning, which is also very scary. But then as the days go on, it just keeps getting weirder and weirder. We first learned that Gene was found in the mudroom where his wife Betsy was found in the bathroom laying on the floor with several pills scattered across the countertop. It was like pills like Tylenol, thyroid medicine, high blood pressure medicine. And then the dog was found deceased inside of the crate inside of a closet. Now, 2 of the dogs were found on the property that they have reported are alive and well. Based off of everything that was found, the authorities have finally deemed this suspicious that warrants an investigation. Now, we did get a report back that said that they had tested the house and there appears to be no signs of carbon monoxide leaks or anything like that going on. Now, Mr. Hackman was 95 years old, like I said. He did have a pacemaker. The last reported incident that recorded on his pacemaker was February 17th. Now, their bodies were found February 26th. So, sadly, that was 9 days that they potentially think February 17th was the day that Gene Hackman had passed away. Now, here's where the story gets a little bit more weirder. Betsy, like I said, was found in the bathroom. Parts of her body, like her hands and her feet, were beginning to become mummified. I had to look this up, and it's like where the body begins to extract the moisture from the body where mummification begins to happen. The process of mummification begins to happen. Now, I've not 100% read if the space heater was running or not. So, I know mummification happens when like moisture is extracted from the body. Your skin will begin to dry up and basically like become hard as a rock. So there are parts of her body that were becoming mummified, which is also a strange turn in the case. Now, ever since the story broke, I'm a huge fan of Hollywood. I love Gene Hackman and all the roles he did. So this story has raised more questions than it's actually answered. My number one question that I had when I read this was, why was the door open? Like, how did the door get open? If they both deceased in the house, how is the front door open? And sadly, the couple didn't have any security cameras, no doorbell cameras, so we'll never know how that door was left open. Now, it is reported they think that's how the other 2 dogs survived, as they were able to leave the house and maybe possibly go get food and go get water, roam freely over the property. That's how they think the other 2 dogs survived. Another thing that I find somewhat disturbing, now Gene had 3 kids. He had a son and 2 daughters. Now, I don't know what the history is of him being a dad, but he was 95 years old, and like I said, I don't know the back history of him being a dad and the relationship he had with his kids, but I find it, why did no one call and check on him? You know, he's 95 years old. No one thought to, hey, we haven't heard from Dad in a while. Maybe we should possibly give him a call. I don't know. I couldn't imagine my dad or my mom being 95 years old and just not talking to them for weeks. That's just something that there's no way I could live with that. You know, there's a bunch of rumors that's floating around. You know, it's all speculation right now. Like, did Betsy die first and possibly Gene was going to get help and he had fallen because beside his body was his cane and sunglasses, appearing that he had fallen. Did he fall and just couldn't get back up, and that's where he, you know, later deceased in the spot he was in. Of course, that's one speculation. You know, another speculation is, did Gene happen to fall and pass away, and Betsy was like, I can't live without him, and she just ended her life as well? Of course, we'll never know, sadly enough. You know, there is an autopsy that has been ordered. We've not got back any of the results yet. A toxicology report. They're saying it should answer some of the questions, but we'll never know the complete timeline of the events that happened. And just as I'd already wrote this stuff down for this video today, last night a news report broke that the investigators of the case, oops, we made a mistake. The dog that was in the closet wasn't actually dead. It's alive. So I thought that was very strange. That how do they misreport that? That, you know, the story had been out since Wednesday, February 26th. Today is March 5th as I'm filming this. And just last night, the story, they corrected, like, oh wait, no, that dog's alive. No, that dog didn't die. I just find that very strange that no one was like, hey, is anyone going to tell me that the dog didn't die? I don't know. And something else very strange too about the police department that's investigating this case is the same police department that investigated the shooting on the movie set of Rust with Alec Baldwin back in 2021. Just very weird. A lot of this story for me is just not adding up. Like I said earlier in the video, this has raised more questions than answers for the questions I have. You know, there's so many more questions that I have. It's just not adding up for me. Hopefully we'll find out more when the autopsy and toxicology report comes back of, you know, and also too, they said, I don't think they can put a timeline of when each person passed away, which is also very sad to not know what exactly happened. But drop me a comment down below, guys. What is your thoughts on this case? You know, make sure you like the video. If you're not a subscriber, there'd be no one more grateful to have you as a subscriber than me. And turn on that little bell notification. I will be making more videos anytime something comes about of this case. I'm so caught up in this case. I can't wait to do more about it. But guys, I love you. Mom, I love you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys.
Hey, if you want to watch another video, click here. If you want to subscribe, click over here. As always, thanks for watching, guys.